I am the Highland Scribe, Cheryl L. Hudson, storyteller. I am about to begin. Are you ready? Good evening. I am the Highland Scribe, scribe to the stones, to the winds, to the bloodline that walks unseen. Come closer, closer still. The fire's warm, but the tale tonight, that runs wild. You've heard it, aye, that saying, red and green should never be seen, unless you want to see something unseen. Some folk scoff at it now, say it's not but a rhyme, old nonsense, to scare bairns off dancing where they shouldn't. But let me tell you, it's nae just a saying, it's a warning. And if you sit with me a while, I'll tell you the tale that gave that saying its teeth. It was the year of our Lord, 1604, when the veil was respected, when winds would carry more than leaves, and when stories were not just entertainment, but protection. At the edge of a village near the border hills stood the croft o' Angus MacKinnon, a quiet, kind man. He had been widowed young, and he'd raised his only daughter with care and the old truths passed down in careless hands and quiet prayers. That child was called Mairi. Mairi MacKinnon. Fiery hair like rowan leaves in the wind. A clever tongue, mind you, a bold spirit, and beautiful to look upon. And she kent it. She had the heart o' the hills and the will o' the river, and she thought herself too clever for fear. Every Samhain, just as the leaves turned crisp and the chill nipped sharp at the tips of your fingers, the travellers would come and set camp by the MacKinnon's land, just beyond the stone dyke. Now, it was a quiet arrangement, respectful. The village kept its wary distance, as they always did, but Mairi didn't. She was drawn to the camp like a moth to flame. And that is where she met Saoirse. Now, dinna think o' Saoirse as some crooked old witch, wrapped in rags and shadows. No. Saoirse was a woman carved from starlight and steel. Her hair was as black as a raven's wing, skin touched with the sun and time, eyes that looked through lies like smoke. She was beautiful, but in that still, unearthly way that makes even bold folk hesitate. They were close, these two. Friends. Sisters of soul, if not blood. But some bonds are tested. Tested when the air starts to crackle and things move that shouldna. The village would mark Samhain with a feast each year, and with fire, as they always did. They called it a celebration now, but those with sense still lit the lanterns, still left the milk out, and still wore their rowan charm tucked into their sleeve. Mairi had been invited to join in the town's feast this year. Oh, what an honour! And she wanted to be seen. So she did what any bold young folk often do. She made hersel a dress. No, she wove herself a vision. Crimson velvet, deep as a blood moon. Green silk, soft as moss on ancient stones. And she sewed it with hands full of pride and eyes full of dreams, sitting beneath the old oak, the firelight kissing every stitch. That's when Sorcia came. Soft steps, a shadow cast by the flame. She stood quiet a moment, and she stared at the fabric. Then she spoke. Red and green. Mairi, you ken what those colours mean? Mairi just laughed, light and quick. It's a dress, Sorcia. Cloth and thread. It canna hurt me. Sorcia stepped closer, and her voice, well, it grew cold. Cold like deep water. It's nae the cloth, lass. It's what it calls. Red and green together. It's nae fashion, lass. It's an invitation. Wear it on Samhain, and they'll come. And if they see you... She never finished the sentence. Mairi turned her head, and that was that. That night came, the fires were lit. Folk gathered, masks and merry, dancing round the flames as the shadows grew long. And then she arrived, Mairi, in her dress o' fire and forest, red and green, and every head turned, some in awe, some in dread. Even the wind seemed to pause, and from across the field, Sorcia watched. Her heart was heavy. She'd felt it the moment the music shifted. The air changed. It became thicker, older. And that's when she saw Mairi's gaze shift to the trees. A sound was carrying, a tune soft as a breath, sad as the grave, sweet as honey on poison. Mairi walked, Sorcia followed. But the woods, they move when they want to. Branches tangled, fog rose, the path twisted, and no matter how she tried, Sorcia couldn't reach her. Mairi was gone, just like that. Come dawn, they found her. No blood, no wounds, but changed. She walked barefoot from the woods, her dress in tatters, eyes blank as the mist, leaves in her hair, silence in her mouth. She spoke only once, and Sorcia was there. She knelt beside her friend. Did you see them? Mairi nodded, barely. They danced. And I danced too. Sorcia said no more. But then Sorcia passed the tale, first to her kin, then to others, until it ran like water through the traveller lines, from fire to fire, until it reached my ears. And even now, when the winds howl across the moors and the woods and Samhain draws near, in my line, they still speak of her. Not just Mairi McKinnon, but the lass who danced the colours, that call. And now I pass it to you. So when the veil grows thin, when the air feels strange and your thumb hovers over colours bright red and deep green, think twice upon it and remember what was lost for pride. Mairi was said to have gone off the head. Dinna mistake boldness for wisdom. Some doors, once opened, will not be shut again. And the unseen, well, it is said that they never forget a face. I am the Highland Scribe, scribe to the stones, to the winds, to the bloodlines unseen, until the fire calls us back again. Off you go. Mind yourselves now. And have a good night.